Hey Scorpio, so here's your reading. Your story. I've been sitting with the energies and the cards to get the story. Let's see what else comes out. But before we start, I wanted to say that I enjoy dream interpretation and distance Reiki. So if you're interested in any of those services, there's my email in the about section of my channel. Thank you. So here, let's start. I don't know. I've been talking fast today. I don't know. This story. We're on for a ride here. There's so many things going on right now. All these stories are just completions and upgrades and learning lessons and taking risks and challenges. It's beautiful. Oh, here's my cat. Hi, baby. Hey, come here. You need help? Yeah, you don't. Okay, here we go. The first card we have here is Gnosis. So, this is my card of Life Path 7, if that resonates with you. So this is a card of you are just, and this feels like the past, but this is like a personality trait as well. So you are the kind of person who, I don't know, my eye is itchy, who's like insatiable when it comes to knowledge, is what this is. This studying, learning more, knowing more. You just always have questions, and the kind of questions that just are meant to expand consciousness or dive deeper into things where most people just think like, oh, that's deep, and you're like, that's deep, watch how deep I can go. And really, like, you can just access, you're not satisfied until you can access different higher levels of meaning and truth and all that kind of thing. So this feels like you have done a lot of searching. You spent a lot of time seeking knowledge and seeking truths and wanting to know more about whatever it is that you are. Now, hi baby, he's so cute. Second card is the Siren. So you are, it's almost like this, it's this aspect of you that wants to know more feels like a calling, and sometimes it can pull you so deep and like so lustfully that you lose yourself in the wanting more, and you get out of the present moment. You lose opportunities, or you just tunnel vision, and you just become so consumed by wanting more and seeking more and more knowledge and just knowing everything as much as you can about everything. It almost like is that the shadow side of that is it's almost like your downfall. But at the same time, if you don't do it, you just won't feel alive. Like, you do it and you want to survive it. You want to be the only person that can hear the siren's call and spend so much time and let it consume you, and you want to come out of it the only person who wasn't killed, that kind of thing. It's almost like you can't help yourself. Perhaps this is a part of you that you really need to work on. Like, see the truth. The first card here for the Shaman Oracle deck is see the truth in that part of you. Is it something that you truly need? Is it something that maybe you need to tame or cut off? Or is there a deeper reason why you need to know so much? Maybe you're scared of the unknown, or maybe you're scared of taking risks because you want to make sure that there's a right way to do things or a right answer out there. And perhaps that is your siren. That is that part of you that kind of gets you stuck or delays a lot of things that you should be achieving at the very least. So here it is, the third card, the Medallion. So this is an energy about, the first thing that comes to mind is, clean your house, clean your car, clean your room, clean your social media, I'm full of cat hair, clean your, just clean up around you, within you, your mind space, your mind space. But this is very physical. This is very, material. So this is also a card that says that perhaps there's an object or there's something that you're keeping in your life that maybe has a vibration so the shadow part has a vibration that is no longer serving you. It's actually bringing you down. You're getting attached to it for the wrong reasons, and you need to let it go. Or this seems to be a part of you. The only indication here that it is a person is the siren. Maybe you have somebody in your life who attracts you more on a lustful level. It awakens sort of a lustful place of you, and perhaps it distracts you from getting things done. But this very much feels like it's a part of you that gets called and lusts over wanting more information. But this card here is about an object or something that you're keeping around that is of maybe sentimental value, but perhaps the shadow part is, as I was saying, it could be that it is no longer serving you in your life and it needs to go, or it needs to be cut off because of the sword here. Or it could be that there's an object around you that was given to you, like from your ancestors, from your grandmother to your mother to you, whatever, or grandfather, father to you, that you actually need to revisit, because perhaps some of you Scorpios are what is it called when you psychometry, when you touch an object and you can sense some part of it history, or you get visions and you know sort of like who it belonged to and that kind of thing, or its energies kind of talk to you, and they like, this object wants to help you in this next part of your life or this completion in your life. So perhaps there's an object around you that you might have overlooked, and either one, it is a negative vibration that needs to be cut off, or two, it is something that you need to go and seek and actually be aware of, because it wants to tell you some truth. It wants to tell you something. So, and here's the part about the shadow side and the light side. With the Bardo card here, I feel very much like if it's the shadow side of the medallion, so if you found this object and it used to belong to somebody, that was my ankle if you heard that. If it used to belong to somebody who had wrong intentions and that kind of thing, that's the kind of vibration you do not want to keep at home or in your vicinity, and you want to cut it out of your life. The Bardo here is the world where it's not the human world. It's the world where you can interact with other entities from... I want to... The message that I'm getting now in this spread with this card right now is people who have been alive and then died. And that's why there's an object to you. There's something for you that needs to be revisited, because it needs to be released, because it's attached to something lower vibrational. If it's the light side of you and it's an object that perhaps your family members have given you, they want you to go find it and then get acquainted with it, because they have something to tell you. There's some truth to tell you about yourself. And the Bardo then would be your ancestors or your family members put a message in that, and they give it to you knowing that when it was time for you to get those messages, you would have them, because you have this object. You just have to know what it is for yourself in your life. Now I'm having a little bit of a hard time connecting. If you can hear that, it's my cat. Connecting this first part to the second part about the object. But if I read it backwards, it feels like your ancestors want to tell you something about an object in your life that is been calling for you, and you need to go. This is also a card of like, you sometimes you just have to answer the call, even if you know you die or not. This is a very extreme, very dark. Just forget the word die. It's a calling that you have to answer no matter what the price is, because there's a deeper, higher truth that you need to know, that you need right now in your life. So if I read it backwards, that makes sense. If I read it this way, I'm still having a hard time. But the first spirit animal oracle deck is Fox Spirit. Think on your feet. Usually feels like be clever. Sorry, I'm getting two messages. I don't like when that happens. Be clever about So if this is a person that is actually calling out for a more lust and distracting you, be clever about this deceptive nature. Be clever about maneuvering around this thing, because it's keeping you back. The second message is think on your feet. I would think right away whenever I said there's an object around you that's being passed down or that you found, first thing that comes, think like, don't even try too hard. The first few things you think about, that's it. One of those, or the first thing you think about, go, done. It's like that clever knowing that just like drops and like stop searching for more. Don't, oh, that makes sense. I just heard it. Don't go into this whole spiral of like looking. You, 3 objects came to mind, and now you're going to look independently at all 3, and it's going to be a complete, it's going to be like your shadow side of wanting to know more and having to explore all 3 objects is actually going to be detrimental to you. Not detrimental, but like derail you a little bit. That's what I got. White Raven Spirit came out next. Trust in the magic. So very much the white. I said white because of the White Raven. The light and dark side of that. Trust in the magic of if this is an object that needs to go, trust that just letting it go is going to release an energy from your life and create magic around you, because having it is actually holding you back. Or some of you might be having ghosts or visions of dead people, and they're trying to tell you something, or just darker experiences that this object being around you is actually making happen, because it is connected to something lower. So trust that if you find it, and if it's not meant to be in your life, letting it go, and watch the magic that is going to relieve in your life. And if it's an ancestral thing, trust in the magic of the messages that you're getting by touching it. What it's meant to be in your life, or what it's meant to tell you, trust in that. That's where, once you do that, whether you cut it off or you get the message from it, freedom is yours. Whatever the message is that your ancestors or these dead people, you know what I mean. Whatever this other side is trying to give you as a message, it's going to set you free. If you were stuck in any kind of way, it's going to set you free on some. It's going to release whatever it is that's been kept in your vibration, in your environment, in your life. And then once you do that, watch. This is the crow spirit. Watch how easy it is to co-create. Perhaps you've been trying to manifest something and it's been really tough. And just by letting this go, I don't know if this is a person. It feels like an object. I feel like they would have told me it's this siren that you need to let go, but I'm not getting that. Maybe for some of you. Just watch how much easier it's going to be to co-create with spirit once you figure this out. So the next card for the Shaman Oracle deck is the Earth Keeper. So this is saying that the message I'm getting is, if you want help manifesting something, then you have to take care of your body. You have to take care of Mother Nature. So it's the idea that anything physical that we want in our lives is going to be, Mother Nature is giving it to us, because Mother Nature is all of the physical things that are around us. All of this is part of Mother Nature. The table, the towel, the cards. Clean up your act, whether it's the food that you eat, or go clean up your neighborhood. Do something good for Mother Nature, or for your own body, or for both. Because taking care of yourself, or for your house. Because we had this message here with the cleanup of something. Or maybe switch your car to something that's more environment friendly. I don't know. But whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, it's telling you, it's a message on improving your carbon footprint on the earth, or the damage that you're doing to yourself with, whether it be bad foods, bad habits, smoking, drinking excessively, that kind of thing. Here, this card here, the Holy Mountain, is saying that you, first of all, you have everything you need already. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, find out, create, you don't need to go and get anything else. You have everything you need. All you need to do is find what this medallion is symbolizing in your situation. The Holy Mountain is saying in this card, in this spread, I'm getting it's time for you to go on that journey. It might take you a while, but whatever you're trying to create. But once you do this work, you will be co-creating with Spirit more easily, and you'll get to that mountain. That the holy mountain is that place within you and out in the world that is just yours. And that you're meant to go on. The journey that you're meant to go on for yourself. And then the last card we have here is completion. So clearly there's something here holding you back. Maybe it's a mental pattern that keeps you in a loop because it feels like lust to you to want to know more. These ancestors or these passed on people, souls, want to tell you that thing that is going to help you release something, to help you go into that self journey. And that'll be a cycle completion in your energy, in your life. Whew. I think this is the most confusing read I've ever done. I hope it made sense to some of you. Maybe the whole thing doesn't resonate, but bits and parts of pieces. Because I don't like it when I get multiple messages, but it seems like in this case there was no other choice. I hope this helped, and I will see you next time, Scorpios.